SMT Nation, we back. Nation, big announcement on the Samsung Galaxy S24. T-Mobile is going to be pushing the 5G narrative and all the cool things that it can do on its 5G network. And they're touting all those cool capabilities and a distinguishing factor of their network. Let me tell you what the T-Mobile network can do with this phone and why it separates itself compared to the other network operators and other phone OEMs as well. All right, so link for the article from Fierce will be down in the description. Ways to support us, show your appreciation for the content here on the channel. You can like and share. That doesn't cost you anything. You could support us directly. You could buy me a coffee. You could become a YouTube member or a patron supporter. All of that is appreciated. Thank you in advance. Okay, so the title says it all. T-Mobile plays up 5G SA with Samsung S24 series and the lead that they have. All right, let's take a look at what this phone can do and what T-Mobile's network can do with this phone. Okay, so the big thing here is the fact that a few years ago, T-Mobile got the Sprint merger, and it gave them a lot of spectrum. It gave them the N41 that they sorely needed to compete against Verizon and AT&T, and they've taken advantage of that. They've really built it out very quickly. It's very ubiquitous. Everywhere you go, you find it. And it's so much spectrum that actually it creates two channels of 5G working together to create that capacity layer that is 5G UC. All right, so some of that terminology, channels, right? Each set of bandwidth is in a channel, and the phone will connect, one channel or even aggregate or combine with two channels or more. And that's what this phone is going to do. This phone is going to have full support for 4-channel aggregation on 5G. Now that's unique because previous generations of Galaxies and iPhones and such weren't able to do this many channel aggregations or carrier aggregations. So the nice thing you're going to see here is it's going to start playing nicely with additional 5G channels. So you're going to see two 5G channels in N41, and then you're going to see the N25, and you're going to see N71. That's going to be the most common configuration, I believe, for most folks. Now, the one thing that we need to see additionally from T-Mobile is a build out of their C-band and DoD frequencies. They've got to hang radios and antennas for those additional frequencies. Once they do that, that's a new channel that comes into play. That's exciting because in some instances that could be 40 or possibly, I guess, even 60 megahertz. Maybe it just depends on what licenses they hold in certain markets. So they don't have C-band national, they don't have DoD national, but they do hold them at like a scale of like 180 million to 200 million pops. So like across a nice chunk of the major markets in the US. So that's exciting. They get that involved. Now, with that being said, there's also this kind of feature or something new in which they're going to add an additional channel or carrier aggregation on the uplink, which is probably sorely needed in the T-Mobile network, in my opinion. There are times where I'm connected to N41 from a half a mile away and the speed gets cut in half. Or if I'm indoors from a mile away, I can't get 1 megabit per second upload on N41. So what I want to see happen with the build out of the DoD and the addition of the C-band, those elements, you add that into the uplink, get that additional carrier, and I think you have a solution for your uplink, because N41 has been an atrocity for uplink in my experience. It's good when you're close. It is awful when you're far. I would argue I'd rather be on N25, which is a smaller channel, but just seems to perform better because of signal and what other RF factors are involved. Even N71 has a better uplink performance than N41 most of the time. All right, so you've got things here with the phone that are unique. T-Mobile's going to push the narrative. They're going to tell you how great their network is. The standalone 5G network piece with all these new aggregation combos will make this phone a distinguishing factor compared to all other phones, older Galaxies, iPhones, Pixels. It will be the phone to have if you're on the T-Mobile network and you want to have, the cutting edge technologies. Don't forget about the display brightness. Don't forget about the camera systems. Don't forget about all those new added features and all this with AI and stuff like that. T-Mobile's going to have deals on this. They're going to push the promotions, the ability to take advantage of all those cool features. This is going to be a match made in heaven between the advancements of the T-Mobile network and what this phone can do from a hardware and a software level. This is exciting. I'm going to get one. I'm trading in my S22, a couple years old now. I've been using that on Dish. I'll get the S24. I'll be using it on the T-Mobile network. We'll try it out with Verizon and AT&T as well. But very exciting to see that update for the carrier uplink soon. Who knows? I haven't looked at the modem hardware specs. Maybe there's a fifth carrier possible with the downlink. I don't know. We'll see. I'll have to read about that, but that would be exciting too. But this is very, very exciting. And don't forget, this phone on millimeter wave for like Verizon, for example, because they build it out the most, that will be exciting as I think it does 10 carrier channels of millimeter wave. So we might be seeing some additional speed in like the 5 gigabit per second range or something. I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to test it. And that the uplink should be helped there as well. Very exciting phone. Very exciting network with T-Mobile with the SA piece. What do you guys think? Are you going to upgrade to this thing? What are you most excited about? Does any of this matter to you? If so, what is it? Sound off in the comment section below. You are the voice of the people, the SMT Nation. Let your voice be heard.